Good morning. Welcome to today's Monday Momentum Coaching. I'm Risa with August Consulting Group, and today we're going to be picking up on where we left off on our three-part segment about knowing your value. Today we're going to be addressing you business owners and those of you in the service industry. So anyone who needs to quote a fee, charge a fee for the services that they provide. And for a lot of us, this is a very difficult conversation for us to have with clients. What are we going to charge the client? When it comes down to the money part, we almost shy away from having that conversation, or we tend to maybe undercharge. And so where do we get to the point where we really know our value and we're not only being fair to our clients, but we're being fair to us? And so that's what we're going to talk a little bit about today. So first, it comes down to knowing, again, your value. The value starts with you. If you don't know your value, your client's not going to know your value either. We establish that. We establish that by our mindset, how we pitch to the client the services that we want to provide to them and how we can benefit them. And then how we are always over-servicing. We want to always over-service our clients. That's where the real value lies in what we do. There may be lots of people that do what we do, but maybe not the way we do it, right? We want to always over-service to our clients. I cannot stress that enough because that's going to really make us stand out from the crowd. That's what's really going to add value when we talk about our fee structure or maybe even increasing our fees. So let's just start from the initial conversation. Like we're pitching to a new client and we want them to work with us and we want us to be an attractive package for them. Well, first, be passionate about what you do. And for a lot of individuals who are talking to clients and wanting to be attractive to clients, we tend to kind of, again, we start talking about the services we provide, we can get kind of monotone and we kind of go through a list on paper and then we go through some of the fees. We're kind of lose them at that point because, well, who doesn't do that? So what they're really going to be looking for, what they're really going to be attracted to is your mindset. Look, client, I can do this for you, this for you, this for you, this for you. We can meet this many times a week, a month, a year. I'm going to make sure I help you get from point A to point B more quickly, and I can help you in all these ways. When you approach that conversation with confidence, not arrogance, but confidence, and like, this is what I do, this is my expertise, I can help you with this much more quickly and much more effective than you trying to do this on your own. Because that's why they're coming to you, right? They may be able to do it on their own, but they're coming to you because you're the expert, right? Let your passion and that expertise really shine through to them, and that's going to be contagious. If you're excited about what you do and you love what you do and you're like, I know I can help you with this, they're going to feel that. That client is going to grab onto that and connect with it because that's why they're coming to you to begin with. They need that service. It's just, are they going to get it from you or someplace else? Why should they work with you? Well, because you're passionate, you're driven, you're going to over-service, you're going to take care of them and get them from point A to point B in the best possible way. So let that shine through to them, and they're going to grab on, or they'll gravitate towards that, and that's going to be very attractive to them. Now, when it comes down to the actual pricing part, okay, here's where we kind of really get stuck, right? We're like, oh, well, this is kind of what I charge. No, you charge a fair price for your services. Speak with, again, conviction, passion, your drive, and your determination that I can do this for you. This is what I charge to do it. If they're the right client for you, they're going to see the value in what you do too and be like, okay, that's fair, right? Be fair in your pricing, not just to the client, but to you too. If you tend to undercut your pricing because you're trying to get that client, maybe do it temporarily. Let them know, I'm going to give you this introductory fee, but the more that you grow and the more complex the situation becomes, we're going to increase those fees. So just be ready for that, right? Or if they don't balk at it, charge them that fair fee from the very beginning. And then again, like I keep saying, over-service. Always over-service your client. Because for one thing, that's going to keep a sustainable relationship because they know you're the go-to person. They trust what you say, and you're always delivering for them. And they know you're always there for them. You're reliable. You're always over-servicing your clients. So they feel they're getting the most bang for their buck. And then when it comes to those conversations where you've been working with a client for a really long time, the situation's now more complex, there's more to manage, you're meeting with them more, and you're now starting to pay to work for them, well then either one or two things need to happen. Either they're not the right client for you anymore, because now that's just not good business, right? You're paying to work for them, not the other way around. And or you need to increase your fees, right? And most likely it's just really that you need to increase your fees. So then we have to have that uncomfortable conversation. Okay, client, I've been working together for a long time, but we need to increase those fees. Well, don't do that. Again, come to the table with conviction, and then show them everything that you've accomplished for them, so they can see it in writing. We've done this, we've done this, we've done this, we've met this goal, we've met this goal. I've got you here, from here to here. Oh, this is fantastic. Congratulations. You look how well you're doing. The next step is, and then outline what your next steps are for the client with the new fee structure, because now life is more complex. Now there's more to manage with that client, right? And do it again. So we've done it before. We've been successful. We can continue to be successful. And here's the next step of our journey. But again, if you have not been over-servicing, if you've not been delivering on your promise, this is going to be a really bad conversation and you're not going to get very far. So make sure you're always over-servicing and delivering on what you told them you would do for them. Now, for those clients, and we all have them, that tend to take advantage a little bit, and they're going to push back on the fee, and they're like, well, I don't really want to pay that fee. They may not be the right client for you. They don't see your value. And is it because you weren't delivering and over-servicing? Like, no, Teresa, I was over-servicing and I was delivering every time. We got so much accomplished for them. That's just never happy. They don't want to pay the money. Then they're probably not a good client for you. Because a client is somebody who comes to you, hires you to perform a service, and then pays you for that work, right? If they don't want to do that, they're not a good client. That's just the bottom line of it. And so then we either have to have the conversation again, client, we've come this far, now for the next step, leg of this journey, I'm going to charge you this much. We're going to increase our fees. That may naturally push them out the door without you having to have any more of a conversation with them. But if it doesn't, you may have to cut ties and leave that spot open for a client who does value you, right? It doesn't really make sense to hold on to clients who don't value you, who make your life miserable, who are constantly complaining and don't want to pay their fees. And you're having to, it's like pulling teeth to get the bill paid. We don't want those types of clients. They waste time and money and energy, and they suck our joy. We don't want that to happen. So it may mean you need to prune the tree a little bit, right, to get it to grow and flourish, and open that client spot up for somebody who is going to value you, somebody who is going to pay the fees, and bring joy back into your role, into what you do. Again, these conversations are uncomfortable. Nobody likes to talk about the money part, but that's why you're in business. So I'm going to really encourage you to get comfortable with that conversation. Practice with yourself, practice with, maybe a member of your team, how to have that conversation if you're uncomfortable. And then after a while, it'll become old hat and you'll have it down pat. But it's going to start with knowing your value, because it's going to shine through in everything that you do. In this entire conversation, if you're confident you know what you can bring to the table, tell them, I can do this. I can help you. I can do this, this, and this. I can get you from here to here. But this is what I charge. A fair fee, right? And then as you keep going and you need to increase their fees, have that conversation again. And again, if you're over servicing and you're delivering on your promise and you're just doing the best job you can for them, they're going to value you. They're going to see that. And then it's probably not going to be as bad as you think. They're probably not really push back on you too much about it. If they do, then you got to evaluate, are they the right client for you? Or do you want to leave that space open for somebody who will pay the fees because they do value your service? They do see how much you accomplish for them and they really appreciate that. And refer you to other clients, right? For more coaching on this topic, this takes time to practice and to get this down and to work through some circumstances. It's not a one size fits all. We know that when it comes to businesses. That's why we do one-on-one coaching, and we have consultations with everybody individually and not in a group setting, because everybody's a little different. These are just some tips to help get your mindset pointed in the right direction. So for more one-on-one coaching for something that you particularly need in this area, call me, let's schedule an appointment, and we'll get something on the calendar so that we can dive into this a little further and get you past this hurdle. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and thank you so much for stopping by. Keep that positive momentum going.